We asked four
Are we all
people to
facing
draw the
into
line
us?
on what they believe should be in public school. If you believe these belong in a public school, stick at the top. If you don't, stick at the bottom and draw the line.
For me, it should not be in the public school.
I love Jesus so much. I wear like Jesus.
America!
I was scared about this question.
Shots will be fired.
I mean, come on, I'm just here for the movie, like.
My name is Yesel and I live in Korea. I used to work in public school.
Hello, my name is Yannick from the Netherlands.
Hi, I'm Mari. I am from America.
My name is Jeff from France.
As you can see, my hairstyle, I kind of like freedom of hairstyle as well. Come on, it's my own body. Like, I should be able to do what I want with my own body, right?
Yeah.
I also put it at the top because children, just like Yannick said, should have the ability to express themselves.
Yeah, as what you say, as long as it don't disturb anybody. And
It's only disturbing when I forget to tie it and my hair is just hanging in my eyes.
This brings us to the end of the practice round. Now our guests will receive the question, education on ethnic minorities. No disagreements yet.
I come from America, which is a very ethnically diverse country. But the inclusion of all ethnicities is something that can be worked upon. And I know going to a private Catholic school my whole life, we only had upper class white students, and there was only maybe 5 Asian children, and I only remember 1 African American family. It was never really taught to me about the differences of people. I never knew that people could view others differently.
Actually, I used to live in America for like 8 years, and I was the only Korean in my class. But one day, I remember him as a Spanish teacher, and he came to me and said, 안녕하세요, in Korean. Like, even though I was a very young girl, I felt something about that. I actually still remember the scene. And so, like, by introducing a little bit about their life, it makes it a little bit easier.
I agree, and I really like your story.
Yeah, thank you.
An experience like that. So I think it's very important, and just anywhere in the world, to learn about other people's culture, because it helps understanding each other if you already understand how it works in somebody else's culture or something.
it's supposed to be basic. We should study about any not ethnic minorities. I never met any Korean people when I was children. I don't even hear about Korea. I don't even know that Korea exists. We want to hear about what's happened in the world, around the world, every country, every ethnicity, not only the minorities.
We shouldn't learn about history of big countries just because they're big, powerful countries.
This topic is slightly more difficult. Patriotic education. Do you think this belongs in a public school?
But until I was in elementary school, I did this. Like in Monday morning, we all went outside, and there's a 태극기 in the middle. What is that? Like, I actually don't know the point about this education.
So that's the funny thing, because I'm from the Netherlands. We are a super free country. That's why I put it in the middle, literally in the middle, because moderated, I think it's healthy. But like, for example, for me, in case where I really noticed it a lot in Thailand. I'm not sure if you guys know, but for example, if you go to the cinema in Thailand, before the movie starts, everybody starts standing and does the anthem or something, and they say something to the king to say thank you for that. I mean, come on, I'm just here for the movie. Like, for me, that's just too much.
As you say, in Thailand, people, when I go to Thailand first time, the king just dead, and everyone was on, they all wear black.
Mourning, yeah.
They close even the party, the club, forbidden to buy alcohol or something. But for all of them was fine. When I speak with them, all of them, they agree with that. Yeah, we are sad our king died. They are very patriotic, and that for me is beautiful.
Moderated, I think it's a good education. Not too extreme, of course.
Education of our country's history, and not just the glorified version of it, should be taught to the children. In America, you say the national anthem every day at school.
America!
I did it until I left America. As an American, I love my country. I also don't agree with things of my country, but it is my country. So if they had instead said, oh, we're going to sing the national anthem in the morning in remembrance of our fallen soldiers, of our past history, of all the things that we've done right and wrong, and it's to teach our children about the history of our country, the good and the bad of our country, then I would understand including it every day.
But
This time I don't say yes.
What she said was just amazing for me. I wish I can say half of what you said, honestly.
then maybe my answer will be like, we need the education, but not the ceremony.
Because when you do ceremony, it's the accomplishment, like you respect, you do it because you want to do it. This country is amazing because we did that. Of course, we did that also, but that's what we make this country like that. That is very good. We should educate that.
The next question is freedom to wear religious clothes.
This is difficult.
It really is.
Maybe put it on top.
2, 1.
Careful.
Whoa. I'm a Christian. Like, there's like two parts of me. Like, we should love our neighbors, even though we're in another religion. But I still love you because that's what Jesus said to do. Love your neighbors. But still, I'm like, but it's school. Like, we can be bothering the other students. One day, because I love Jesus so much, I wear like Jesus. I put on slippers and like, that will be very bothering to other students. Be low-key about that.
Hairstyle is personal expression, that's fine, but religious expression is something different to me. I'm also Christian and I love my neighbor. But as a Christian, what is beautiful with religion is that we don't need any expressive display for beliefs. We can live our religion in heart. We don't have to express it anyway. So laicite is the concept, is neutrality about religion. Laicity, we don't have to showing up in a public place because that make a community that divide people. I don't know, I imagine now we will have a group of a Muslim, after a group of Jewish, after a group of Christian. How can we mix all of these people? We know that is impossible. We already see what's happened. I think I'm for religious education. I will put on the top. But freedom to wear religious clothes, that's why I put it out from the public school.
So I have a really simple reason for this. I totally agree that everybody should be free of what they want to wear. But for example, in schools, in public areas, I think it's important to be able to see your face completely. So that's why, for example, hijab, you can also just cover the hair in some of these similar religions, right? So I think to cover your face is a little bit extreme. If you move to a different country, I think you should also be able to adjust a little bit to the country. For example, be able to see each other's face.
I don't view religious clothes any different than normal clothes or any different than hairstyles. It is clothing. You could walk around in a potato sack for all I care. We're talking about clothing. How does this change anything for anybody? How does this change anything for anybody? To me, it doesn't.
How about the full face cover?
I don't care.
If you want to commit a crime and your face is fully covered, nobody ever knows who did it, right?
Because school has to be safe.
Sounds like neutral wasn't so neutral after all.
To me personally, if that's what you want to wear, it does not bother me.
You want to communicate with somebody and you cannot see their face expressions at all? It doesn't bother you?
No, because I know every country is different and I know every religion is different. If you tell me I need to wear one, then you've got problems.
But if you also think about safety, it's like people who have the wrong intention can also misabuse these kind of things.
But that's with everything. You can't single out one thing to be like, oh, bad people are gonna do bad things anywhere, with anything.
That's true.
And I don't see how alienating some people because of the actions of others is going to make any good changes in the world.
Tension arises, but on to our next topic, curriculum embracing
LGBTQ topics. So should they teach about different sexualities in school?
Can somebody go first?
Yeah, I can go first. I can go first. As you can see, I literally put everything on the top because I'm very much about just teaching everything and letting everybody make their own conclusions in life. So my sister is LGBTQ, and I love her, okay? I love her as a person and as my sister, as her sexuality. I don't care, okay? Who am I to tell you who you love, who you don't love? Teaching children that love is love and love is okay can be taught at any age, okay? Delving into the actual sexuality components can be taught a little bit older, like around puberty age, which is when you take a regular health class. I would want my children to learn about all the differences that anyone around them has and to accept them for who they are and to know that it's okay to have a girlfriend or a boyfriend. It's okay to feel like you are a boy inside but you were born a girl. And I don't want my children to think that come home and be like, oh, like some kids made fun of Johnny at school because he wanted to wear a dress. But I do want public schools to embrace all their students and not exclude any of their students for any reason because they're children.
This time I actually have nothing to say and nothing to add. I totally agree. I mean, I'm from the Netherlands. We were the first country with legal same-sex marriage as well, so I kind of grew up already around me accepting all these kind of things. For me, I think everybody should accept other people as well about how they feel, because you cannot change somebody about how they feel, right? So yeah, I think it should be good to be able to understand this at a young age. That's why public schools should definitely have education about it.
Well, I believe I put it down. For me, it should not be in the public school. Well, because I believe in a public school, every student should feel safe and feel respected. But as long as we go to public school for education, it's for children, but should be teach at home. The parents have their job to do about the sexual education. For me, in public school, should be not educated.
Okay, so actually before, I was scared about this question, but so this topic I don't think needs to go to school. But I totally agree with Jeff. Like Marie, I used to work in public school as a music teacher. Like what Jeff said, it's a parent's job. This is a topic that is too heavy for the teacher to teach like in one classroom for like 20 to 30 children. The environment in Korea for the teachers is very bad right now, actually. So educating children means it's also the parents, the adults around the children, and the teachers.
So the reason why I think it should be in public school, it can be very light. Just by an introduction, there are people like this. Because you cannot also not expect the parents will do their job.
I agree with what you said.
Me too.
Only in this way, like a law topic, we can teach sexuality to children only for prevent the abusement. That is very important. School have to have their part of job to do.
And you cannot exclude anybody for any of the choices that they may make in their personal life.
I think I have different thoughts about all of the topics because I live in Korea and I worked in Korea, actually. So I was like, if I was still in school and I have to teach about this, or this, I would be like, what should I do with the parents calling? Maybe that's why I'm a little bit more strict about the topics, but I actually agree a lot about it. Yeah, it was mind-opening.
It's very interesting to hear everybody's opinion. I kind of agree with everybody, even if I have different answers as well. Some of us just think a little bit different about it, but in the end, it's still basically the same answer.
Coming here today, the answers are slightly different. However, what I noticed is that all of us are very accepting of each other and each other's opinions. And I think that comes from just being A, just very nice people, but B, people living in another country. If I was to go to America and talk about any of these topics, shots would be fired. It would be like you're starting an argument. Whereas here, we were just calmly talking about our own opinions. I'm really happy to be a part of this today.
I'm pretty surprised of the exchange we have during this shooting, because these topics in my country is same. Will finish probably in war and hate. People have narrow vision about every subject, like it's never moderate. That's why when you guys start to put in middle, I'm like, me too, I won't put in middle actually, but it was yes or no, that's why.
Yeah. They broke the rules. That's what happened.
For me, everything is not totally yes, not totally no. There is a right middle on every topic. We can understand each other, our point of view, and that is great exchange. I like it.
Now it's time to draw the line. In the meantime, don't forget to like and subscribe.
I'm just gonna draw my line.
Sure, guys.
I draw the line like this. And about religious clothes, I think my opinion changed a little bit right now because like maybe it won't bother anyone.
Right down the middle.
My line is under everything because I believe everything should be taught at school.
So at this point, we should not divide people by any community or any ideology.
On our next video, could you guess who among them is married and who is not?